Hey, what's up all you good looking gamers? I am the Miscellaneous Master, bringing you guys a new series. Today, I'm not going to be your average gamer. I am going to be your coach of the Charlotte Rhyhornets. I have joined Draft Dynasty, a very fun Pokemon Draft Discord server, which also specializes in other fun events like gym challenges and even live poker nights. I'm joining them for Season 5 of their Draft League, which I am super excited to be a part of. Um, Over the next 8 weeks, or maybe even longer, you guys will be getting weekly videos of my battles against the opponents that are coming up. This is something I've been wanting to do for almost a decade, nearly a decade, something around that. I've been wanting to do draft for so long, and I'm so happy to finally be able to do this. But the team that we've created, I'm super excited to share it with y'all, and hopefully it'll be the team to take us to playoffs and even win home the trophy. But of course, in order to do this, you can't just throw me out there. Sure, I got some brains and I know my Pokemon knowledge, but I'm gonna be nothing without my Pokemon. So let me introduce y'all to the team. Alright, I bet you guys are surprised. Trapinch as my first pick? Well, let's take it back to the beginning. The way this format works is for our first round, we have something called the Rookie Round, where we choose a Pokemon that has a base stat total under 325. You can buy points to raise the base stat total you can pick from, but as someone new, don't have much currency, and I'm kind of a cheap person when it comes to spending currency, and Trapinch is right there. I mean, 100 base attack stat, first impression? I mean, sounds like a good deal to me, honestly. But if I didn't get Trapinch, the only other ones that stood out to me was Kadabra and Darumaka. Or at least by the time it got to me, and a lot of good ones were taken. Pikachu was also up there, and it'd be funny if I did. But Trapinch is the first member because of the Rookie Round, but overall, I'm excited to use Trapinch, and it'll be funny to get some kills. I know there's some legendaries up there, really powerful OU mons, so getting that first impression kill would be awesome. But only time will tell to see when that happens. Now onto the main draft. My first actual pick was Mega Caesar, which I feel bittersweet about because this is my first draft, and I got super nervous, especially when I saw the way the thing's set up, because I'm part of the Kanto conference, which means my picks can only be through gens 1 through 4, while the Paldea conference had the rest of the generations. So, and we only allowed to pick 3 special Pokemon. 3 special Pokemon include Megas and Legendaries. So I thought these guys were just gonna fly off the shelf. So I got super eager to pick up a good Mega. Unfortunately, Mega Metagross was already taken, so I thought Mega Scizor would have been the best bet. I mean, Technician Bullet Punch has always been one of my favorite combos. I love the Pokemon to begin with. And then Bullet Punch, Bug Bite, Roost, Defog, great hazard control, and just super high offensive pressure, which is amazing. Also priority, say less. But the reason why I feel bittersweet is because the second Pokemon I was going to go for was Garchomp, and Garchomp was taken before it got back to me. And I feel as though Mega Caesar would have been there much longer than Garchomp was. So unfortunately, we lost Garchomp, but it's okay. First time jitters. Mega Caesar is going to carry us. Look at that attack stat. It's not going to let us down. So I definitely have my vote on Mega Scizor picking up the most kills this season. Now for our third Pokemon, we picked up an absolute fiery powerhouse in Entei. I have never really gotten to spend a lot of time using Entei, but I've seen so much cool sets with Entei. I've seen special Entei using Eruption, and I've just physical Extreme Speed Sacred Fire. It's just something I'm super excited to use and just break walls with Entei's raw power. Another thing about this league is we buy our Terras. We can only have 2 Terras, but all of our members can Terra. So far I've picked up Terra Normal because we're going for that Terra Normal Extreme Speed and something later down the line. but I still haven't picked my second Terra. Currently, I'm debating between flying and fire, and electric's a little bit on the table. Haven't decided yet, so if you guys have good suggestions, let me know in the comments. But otherwise, Anti's third pick, super strong Pokemon, one of the special Pokemon I'm picking up, and I'm just so excited to see just throwing out raw power or see if we can do some special shenanigans. 90 base special attack ain't that bad. So let's get to the next member. Next up, we have a Pokemon that I truly believe is probably going to come to every single battle, Empoleon. Powerful water starter of the Sinnoh region. Empoleon has such great bulk, a great typing, and just great moves all around. I can use this as a choice spec sweeper with its competitive ability. And then it can also be super bulky. Stealth Rocks, Defog, Roar, Toxic. I'm gonna have a lot of fun using Empoleon, and Empoleon is a much needed tank for this team because as we continue, you're just gonna tell which Pokemon I drafted because I'm like, I need bulk, and what Pokemon I drafted because I need speed, I need power. A lot of things went into this, and just like so much nerves. But Empoleon is going to probably come to every single battle because it is a great Pokemon, and another one I'm just excited to use overall. I'm probably going to be a broken record at this point, but next up we got Enamorus. I've never really used this Pokemon, but I've seen so many fun sets. I can use it physically or specially, and I just make it just sweep, or I can Choice Scarf Healing Wish in case things go bad with any of my tanks. Enamorus, I watched so many draft leagues with people using Enamorus, and the Enamorus always pops off or like plays such a pivotal role in their battle. And now I have this opportunity to use Enamorus. And once again, just super excited, and I really hope I can catch my opponents off guard with bringing physical superpower contrary or special attack earth power mystical fire. You just have to wait and see and find out. Now I'm sure many of you can guess why I drafted this mon. Intimidate is one of the best abilities in the game, and Overquill, such a good hazard setter, toxicer, and just has pretty good coverage overall. It's a strong physical wall, and we need bulk. I mean, you saw the last few picks. But another thing about this league is we also have home and away games, and we get to choose our court. So we can be in situations where we're doing singles or double battles, which is super exciting, but also really hard in team building, because you need to make a team that's just super, has the ability to go from singles and doubles, and they can't just be super focused. It's also why I picked up Overquill. Intimidate's going to go great in doubles battles, assuming they don't have Defiance, but time will tell. But Overquill is going to also probably be brought to a lot of our games, because Intimidate's a great ability. Hazards are just amazing to have in general, especially in this generation's meta. So, welcome Overquill, who is probably going to be our status MVP. Now we got our Forgotten Garchomp. Say hello to Flygon. Flygon is the best thing I can get that isn't Garchomp. But we're not going to sleep on Flygon. Flygon has some very intricate versatility in its moves. It also gets First Impression, which a lot of people do forget, similarly to Haxorus. Stab Earthquake, Stab Dragonclaw, Outrage, Dragon Dance, and a bunch of other coverage moves that I'm excited to use. 80 special attack isn't something to sleep on either. We can easily run Flamethrower Giga Drain if there's a Water Ground type or a Steel Grass type. Like, that's going to catch those Pokemon off guard, and we can probably get a sneaky KO with this Pokemon. Not to mention U-turn. Pivoting moves are amazing, and I will never stress that enough. So this may not be our Stealth Rock, Rough Skin, Rocky Helmet Garchomp, or my bulky Choice Spec Garchomp, but this Flygon is our Flygon, and we're going to show this league what our Flygon can do. Now, if I wasn't feeling the pressure before, it was really building on me, because now I realized I don't have a way to counter Rapid Spin because my team was so heavily oriented on setting up hazards. How am I going to counter that? Gens 1 through 4 doesn't have the largest ghost selection. Gengar is cool, but Gengar is already taken. Dust Noir is cool, but I can't really use Dust Noir. Bayonet's it's a bit more on the weaker side of things, more than I'd like to admit. I love Bayonet. But Dusclops adds a lot of bulk, 130 in both defenses, and then we slap an Eviolite just to double its stats. Sounds absolutely amazing. Not to mention having Will-O-Wisp Pain Split. Dusclops is going to be an absolute unit and just difficult for our opponents to face. With the amount of bulky Pokemon we have on, so I'm a little bit worried if Dusclops is actually going to get screen time because Overquill may overshadow him, but I'm sure there are going to be some games when we're going to see Dusclops pop off, and there are some other fun sets I know I can run on Dusclops, so if the opportunity presents itself, trust me, we're going to go for some fun sets. So this pick I had the opportunity to choose between two Pokemon I really love, Tangrowth and Torterra. Tangrowth is absolutely amazing, but Torterra was one of my first Pokemon. I love Torterra, and what it's going to bring to this team is something that I thought was more valuable than Tangrowth. And I feel like having the ability to have Shell Smash as an option on Torterra was much more valuable than having a Regenerator Core with Tangrowth. So with Torterra, I hope to play mind games with my opponent of thinking, am I going to sweep with this Torterra, or is this Torterra here to bolt, or just to eat hits, set up lead seed, and just sit there? But also, for those that don't know, Turtwig was my first ever Pokemon, so having Torterra on my first ever draft team is also very symbolic for me. So also just a little bit of more push of why I picked up Torterra. Alright, so we have Lantern. I'm still very iffy about this pick. When I was reviewing my team, I noticed I was having some water and ice type problems, and I already had a few steel type, I had Empoleon. I didn't see any good steel types I wanted to pick up that would help out, so I turned to water to resist steel, and I'm like, also electric would be a big thing, so I can't really pick up another water type. Well, Lantern has Volt Absorb, so Lantern's abilities to have Water Absorb and Volt Absorb were really good at the time of me picking this Pokemon. But then once now that I studied its stats and then I compared it to the rest of the Pokemon I picked up later, Lantern is not going to hold its weight, and I don't think Lantern's going to come to a game. There's a higher chance of me trading Lantern or swapping Lantern out for a free agent. Currently I'm looking at Oricorio Pow as a replacement, but I'm just keeping Lantern here just in case we really need that Volt Absorb for an upcoming match. So Lantern's here for now. I can't promise they're here to stay. Now we have a Pokemon I had no doubt in my mind I was going to pick up. When I started this draft, I knew 100% once I had Entei in, Ambipom was next, because since we had to buy Terras, I got Terra Normal. Terra Normal Ambipom can destroy teams. It is a monster. Fake Out, Double Edge, U-turn, low kick, knockoff, so much devastation. I love using Ambipom. I bring it to OU matches all the time because it's so fun just to use this Pokemon people don't expect, and they know how it works. But when you're just getting hit by it and you know how to just move around the team with the other members and making sure Ambipom gets killed, it is so fun and so rewarding. So I hope I'm going to give my opponents the same struggle I normally do on the ladder with Ambipom, because Ambipom's great. I love using Ambipom. A lot of people hate Ambipom because of design. I still love Ambipom. I watched the anime. Great personality. Made it so much more fun to watch and enjoy. So yeah, hopefully Ambipom's going to be up there in kills. Now we got an interesting one. So initially I actually picked up Fione as this number pick, but then upon further investigation of stats and the role I picked up Fione for, I kind of learned Poliwrath is just better. because Fiona was kind of there just to be a special water type. Even though Poliwrath's not special, I can run Poliwrath special, and it's not going to do the worst. But Poliwrath has Water Absorb, which takes out Lantern's niche, and I'd rather... Poliwrath is just doing Lantern's job better. It does the job I drafted Lantern and Fiona for, just better. It has a great special defense stat. It's not the best, but Assault Vest it, max it. It's going to take some hits, and I can Circle Throw around knockoff. Poliwrath has potential, and I really hope to unlock it and just show off my lower tier Pokemon knowledge and abilities. But I'm putting faith in Poliwrath. There's somebody else in the Discord that also has a lot of faith in this Poliwrath, so I hope I can make sure I put on a good show for him. Some more rules about this draft. So when each conference got to round 12 of their own draft, we were then able to cross over and start picking from each other's rosters. So by round 12, I was finally able to start picking from the Paldea conference. So as I mentioned previously, we would have to do double battles. Well, there was a Pokemon I love doing double battles with, and that is Stonejourner. Stonejourner is not the best Pokemon, but Power Spot is an absolutely amazing ability. And Stonejourner also learns a move called Wonder Room. And for those of you that don't know what it does, it switches their defense and special defense. So if I know what I'm up against, I could maneuver Stonejourner properly and set that up so it can actually take hits a lot better than it normally will. I have done this before, and it's going to take a lot of skill, definitely, and a lot of luck. But Stonejourner has potential, and it's a monstrous attack stat with Rock Slide, Earthquake. I can't think of any other moves at this moment, but I just hope Stonejourner is going to put in work for this team, and I just hope it's used similar to how I was using in ladder. Now we're picking up another fun, unpredictable Pokemon, Electros. Can be used both physically and specially. Assault Vested, so it can be bulky. Levitate for immunity to ground types, and our resist to electric types. And this is why I'm also like, I don't really need Lantern anymore because I have Electros now. I didn't pick up another electric type initially because I wasn't confident in the other electric types, and Lantern was going to be my electric type. But now that I have Electros could put in some serious work. Flamethrower, Knockoff, Discharge, Giga Drain, Drain Punch. The list goes on, and it's another Pokemon I'm excited to just bring out and hopefully surprise my opponents with. Now, our final pick is Cryogonal. Now, don't be sleeping on Cryogonal. Crazy special defense stat, Stab Ice Beam, Rapid Spin, Haze, super fast too. I do hope Cryogonal is going to put in work. It's definitely going to counter those pesky dragon types. And when I've used in the past, Cryogonal put in the work for me. Having a fast Pokemon with Haze is so good, and I can never just express that. Also, Icy Wind. That's also why Lantern's still here. Lantern's getting a lot more features than I thought, but Icy Wind, speed control, and doubles is going to be amazing to have. Especially since our team isn't particularly the fastest. But I think Cryogonal is going to do the job it needs to be done. It's not going to carry us by any means, but when I bring it, I'm so confident Cryogonal is going to do its job. But with that being said, this is our team for Season 1 of our draft introduction. We have quite an amazing team for the UU tier, but that's okay. It's not like it's our first time taking these lower tier mons and bringing them up to OU or Ubers. We've proved in the past that we can use them effectively, and I see no reason why we can't do it now. All that's left for us is just to play the games. And I promise you, coming soon, our first match is going to be a tough one, but the Charlotte Rhyhornets are going to fight it out. But with that being said, I'm Miski, your coach of the Charlotte Rhyhornets, and I hope to see you at our first game. If you're excited, please make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell so you can know when those battles are coming out. That being said, we have a great day, and see you guys in the next episode. Bye!